See here, GL account tolerance in the sense, for example, as I said that invoice value is 10,283, 10,283.89, and customer is paying us, okay, customer is paying us 10,280. So you remember, can we accept this? What do you mean by tolerance? Tolerance is nothing but bearable limit. So there will be some limit which we can bear it. Clear? We can accept till that, but if it is going beyond that, we won't accept it. It's a normally, it could be a patience or whatever it is. So there will be some limit. Okay, that is called a tolerance here. So for example, in general, what would be the tolerance limit in any organization in the sense 10? For example, if I take company, as per the invoice value, as per the amount, the tolerance limit will be fixed. So for example, here I took one example, 10 rupees or 1% on invoice value, whichever is less. Okay, 10 rupees or 1%. So company to company, it is different. So maximum 10% bearable limit, or 1% bearable limit, 3% bearable limit. So invoice value and your value of invoice posting. Okay, difference is 1% or 2% or 3%, maximum of 10%. So the invoice can be accepted. If it is more than that, then we won't accept. So that's last week somebody said the purchase order, right? So purchase order value is something and invoice value is something, right? We will post the invoice forcefully, but till what extent? There would be a bearable limit, right? Till tolerance limit 1% or 2%, then we can book that particular invoice and that will be go to price difference, and after that, that will be approved. Once price difference is approved, then automatically it will release for payment, right? If it is more than the tolerance, the invoice is more than the tolerance, then automatically the system will not allow us to book that particular invoice. Clear? So that is considered as a GL tolerance. So for example, if I take here commission, there is a commission amount, commission entry, invoice of commission is 10,283.89. Okay, and who is paying us? ABC Trading Company is paying us a commission. For example, we are paying. Okay, commission account debited 10,283.89 and the bearable limit is 10,283.89. Actually, the entry is, but how much we are paying? How much we are paying is actual entry is commission account debited to 10,283 and it should be go to bank account 10,283.89. But how much we are paying? How much outgoing? Debit the receiver ABC Trading Company 10,283.89. But what is the amount we are paying? We are paying 10,280. So will it be acceptable or not? Okay, if it is, the limit is acceptable limit, then it will go to the payment difference account. As you said that, how it will go to the block? As I said that you are booking an invoice forcefully, even though purchase order and invoice is not matching, but still we are booking the invoice. So where that invoice, the difference, where it's going to hit, the difference is going to hit a GL called, that is called interim GL account. Whatever GL accounts, intermediate GL accounts will be created. Okay, we will discuss more about GRIR. What is GRIR? What is GRIR?
Course receipt and invoice receipt.
But what is that actually?
When material is received, which is recorded.
Yeah, but see, when material is received, we will write it as an inventory account debited to GRIR account. Yes. So I know inventory is nothing but a stock. But what is this GRIR account? What is this GRIR account?
Updated.
Inventory, stock, I can understand. Stock is we are receiving. So as per the real account, okay, debit what comes in and we are recording debit is an inventory account debited to GRIR. What is this GRIR? I know goods receipt, invoice receipt, but what is this? Why it is crediting it? Why we are crediting it?
It is a clearing function.
But what exactly? What we call that?
Good received, invoice received.
But goods received, invoice received, but receipt not updated in the system.
Yes, but why we are hitting that particular GL? What is that GL actually? What it will function?
Unbilled payable
When-
accounts.
Mhm.
Mm,
You got my point actually. See, as I'm telling you, as somebody said, so here
When no, Naveen, when we receive the goods, we have to update the receipt, right?
we are writing right inventory account debited. So whenever you
Inventory,
receive the goods,
but yeah, but
you won't call it as in goods, right? You will write it as an inventory account. You are receiving inventory. So inventory account or stock account debited to what?
GR account.
Why? Why vendor
Because-
we are not? Why vendor is not coming here?
We have to post the invoice, right? When we post the invoice, then GRAR account will be debited
What is
and
this
vendor
GRIR?
account.
What is this GRIR?
Product, whenever material
If you
account.
are attending an interview, simple, you are saying that I'm having a 3 years of experience on AP or 2 years of experience or 1 year of experience. First question, whenever you receive a stock, okay, you post an entry, right? So
Yes.
the financial entry first impact when it will come, when you create a purchase order, there will not be any financial impact. When
Yes.
you receive goods or stock or inventory, then the financial impact will be there in your books of account. So what would be the first entry you will record in your books of accounts in SAP?
Inventory account to GRAR.
Inventory or stock account debited to,
GRAR credit.
then definitely he'll ask, what is the GRIR account? I know it's a good receipt, invoice receipt.
Yeah.
Then why you are calling it as an IR then? There is no IR.
GRNI, goods received not invoiced, right?
No, it's a GRIR we call it as.
Suspense account.
Why suspense? I know. What do you mean by suspense account? If something is missing, then we call it as in suspense.
Right.
It's not a suspense again. Suspense. If you give a suspense account, then you will pull your leg.
What actually we receive the goods to our inventory warehouse, but the person who is working in the procurement has not updated the receipt in the system.
No, he has updated. That's the reason it's a financial impact is there. If he is not updated, the entry won't appear in the books of accounts, right?
Because it's an outstanding.
Sorry?
Outstanding.
Not
amount.
outstanding.
It's unbilled payable accounts and purchase in
What
transit.
we call that actually?
Can you give some other examples so that I can understand the question? Like other, is it comes under bookkeeping?
Yeah, of course. See, in
Yes,
SAP,
it is.
yeah, in SAP, what we call a simple terminology, I'll tell you. So actually, there would be some adjustment accounts will be created. Clear? So to adjust something temporary, what we do is we will create some intermediate accounts. What do you mean by intermediate accounts? Intermediate accounts are nothing but adjustments GL account in SAP, not only in SAP, any ERP. Okay, here we call it as a GRIR account, right? In other systems, they may call it as a GRNR account or GRNB account, goods receipt not billed in other ERPs. In the same way, in SAP, what we call it as an, we will call GRIR account. So here, what does this GRIR? GRIR account is nothing but an intermediate account, or you can call it as an adjustment GL account, because we are following a double entry bookkeeping system. What do you mean by double entry bookkeeping system? Every debit will have a corresponding credit with the equal amount. Correct? What do you mean by equal amount? Debit, if it is 3,000, credit should be also posted, should be 3,000. Credit it posted with 5,000, then debit should also be posted with 5,000. Understood this? So here, what we call the procurement person, the go down person has received the stock and he has entered in his books of accounts that stock has been received, but something has to be get credited, right? Something has to be get credited. So what SAP has created for adjustment, in the sense we will create a standard GL account called here at this particular here, we'll call it as an GR IR account. It's an adjustment account, or you can call it as it's an intermediate account. So when it will be get nullified, when we receive an invoice from a vendor, when we receive an invoice, when the invoice is posted in the system, when invoice is posted in the system, then the entry would be GRI, the adjustment account, general. And what is happening here? Intermediate account. What is happening? Is it debited or credited?
Credit.
So we need to cancel that. So what we need to do to cancel a credit entry? What we have to do?
We have to GRI should be debited.
Debited, right? If something is debited, if we want to cancel it, then we need to credit it. If something is credited, if we want to cancel that, then it should be debited. So here, GRIR account debited to
Vendor account.
Understood. So what is happening? This intermediate account, GRIR account, is getting cancelled here. So what would be the entry now? Inventory or stock account debited to vendor account. Clear? Here GRIR debit, GRIR credit, and GRIR debit is getting cancelled, and the entry will be exist in the books of account. Stock account debited to vendor account, or inventory account debited to vendor account. Is this clear? So what is a GRIR account?
Adjustment account or intermediate account.
Intermediate adjustment account. Yes, please.
So like we also have like once goods is received, why can't we use a GR account itself as a GR account? Like once goods are received, we will make an entry, right?
Right. See, what happens is sometimes we will first receive an invoice, and after that sometimes we receive a stock. In few cases.
Yes.
Right? So instead of creating adjustment entries, adjustment to GL accounts, so SAP has provided standard one GL account, GRIR. So automatically, if invoice is received first, okay, and goods need to be come, right? So at that particular time, so this particular entry will be get reflected. Vendor GRIR account debited to vendor account. Inventory we will post, but still stock is not received. There would be a time period, 90 days time period, or 60 days time period, 30 days time period. So vendor can send first goods, and within 30 days he need to send invoice, or he has sent an invoice, and within 30 days he need to send a stock. So here, so first you may receive your GR, or first you may receive invoice. So at that particular point of time, so instead of creating two adjustment GL accounts separately, what SAP has done is they have created one common account called GRIR account. So this GRIR account will be reflected like this. Say if you are receiving first stock, after that in what we call invoice, then this entry will be posted. If invoice is received first and stock is received later, then the entry will be reversed. Understood, Lalita?
Yes, Naveen,
So
got it.
instead of creation of two separate GL account for good receipt, one GL adjustment GL separately, and invoice GL separately, they have created one common adjustment entry. Clear? Any questions?
So basically, when goods are in transit, then we will use this inventory or stock account debit to GRIR account.
Yes.
And if the payment is unbilled, still we are yet to realize that payment, then at that point of time, we can use GRIR account debit to vendor account.
Vendor account, exactly.
Okay, Naveen.
Yeah. Any other questions? Any other questions? So this is a tolerance. Again, it is depends upon company to company. So they may have 1% tolerance. They may have 10%. Maximum 10% tolerance would be there.
So Naveen, this is also an end user activity.
Yes, end user activity, but the configuration will be done by the functional consultant.
Okay, so we have to create GRIR account GL.
By default, SAP is provided that GRIR account.
Okay.
Yeah, that automatically we will see that will be created by with module.
Okay.
Because as a FI consultant, we don't create this one GRIR or inventory this thing, because that is related to So when we do our integration with FI with at that particular point of time, we are going to see this particular entry.
Okay.
Clear? Any other questions? Any other? So, but in AR AP, we are going to discuss with the finance model, like non-goods, non-stock, non-inventory entries. Clear? So this is GL tolerance, and we discussed yesterday last session employee tolerance also. You remember? Executives are there, so they can post maximum document amount and maximum payment amount. So maximum discount we have given 2 rupees or 0.2% tolerance we have given. Debit and credit tolerances. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Again,
Anyone?
again, it is an end user activities which is
Yes, yes.
basically performed by the HR people.
Right.
not-
This designations will be given by HR people. So as
Yes.
per the designation, the tolerance limit will be fixed.
Okay.
Okay. In real-time system, there would be number of users will be there. So number of designations will be there. So we can give in real-time scenarios. But here what happens is we are working on what we call training environment. So here we will have only one user. So we can't define all these segregation. So we are going to define only one as a SAP user. So already Naveen is there, SAP user as Naveen. So we are going to leave a maximum document amount limit and maximum payment amount limit. Okay, maximum discount 10%, and tolerance debit would be 10 rupees or 1% debit and credit. Okay, but in real time, as per the designations, we are going to define this. Okay, who will define the designations? Designations will be given by HR people. Clear, everyone?
Yes, no.
Yeah. So write down the path. Write down the path. Tolerance group. Definition of define. It's nothing but we are going to define tolerance groups for GL accounts. SPRO. SAP reference IMG. Financial accounting new. General ledger accounting new. Business transactions. Open item clearing. Open item clearing. Clearing differences. Clearing differences. Next one. Definition of tolerance groups or define tolerance groups for GL accounts. Transaction code OBA0. 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 Okay, and then next we need to click on new entries. So first it will ask for screen will be displayed. Okay, tolerance limit. So we need to click on new entries. So how it's going to ask in the sense, I'll show you. I remember the screen. So we need to give first, it will ask for. It will ask for your company code. Okay, we need to give our company code. What is our company code?
UT01,
UT01.
UT01,
UT02, UU01.
yeah, UT1 first company code we'll see, UT01, and next option will be there, tolerance group. Tolerance group. Okay, next option would be tolerance group. So here, if we have a number of users, right? So like this, then we can give tolerance group like executive, supervisor, manager, CEO, tolerance group. But here we don't have number of groups. Because we have how many users we have in training environment?
One.
Only one. Clear. If you have a number of users, then we can give a group as an executive, supervisor, manager, as per the designations what company has provided. But here in a training environment, we have only one user. So leave it blank. Tolerance group, leave it blank. Clear? Right? So if what happens if I give tolerance group here as a Naveen, then what happens is other company codes it won't accept. If I want to post one entry in UT02, okay, because this UT01 Naveen user ID has given tolerance group, we have given Naveen ID. Then UT02, if I want to post, because here tolerance limit we have defined only for UT01 company code Naveen. So if I want to post this particular user, then it won't allow. So that's in this training environment. So what I'll say, what I'll advise you is, in the practice, leave this as in blank. Clear? Understood, everyone?
Naveen, can you explain it once
Sure.
again?
See here, as I said that here in real time, we will have a number of users in our organizations. Clear? So here one group, we call it as an executive. Executive in the sense entry level people. So 10 people, 8 people are there, entry level people. So their name, their user IDs are E1, E2, E3, E4, E5, E6, E7, E8. So these 8 employees comes under which group?
Executive.
Executive group. So we can define tolerance group executive. Automatically these 8 people will have access for this particular company code, because these people are not going to have access to other company codes. Clear?
So like for UT02 also we can't give executive as the tolerance group, you mean?
For example, see, normally what happens is here we are talking about one particular company. If I want to give all the company codes, UT01, UT02, UT03, okay, then again we need to go to UT02 and we need to give tolerance group as an executive and we need to give access to these people. Understood? So all the 3 whatever company codes are there, for each and every company code, we need to go, we need to define, we need to give the group and we need to give their user IDs. Then only what they can do, they can post the invoices till up to this particular thing. And next supervisor. So we need to create a company code UT01, UT02, UT02, UU01, and tolerance group is supervisor. Then supervisors user IDs we need to give. Then these supervisor can have access up to this limit only. Clear? But here it's an what we call, we are in training system. If I give Naveen, okay, then what happens is we can't do, for example, we need to give maximum limit. So what is the company codes we have to do? UT01, UT02, and UU01, right? If we want to give one company code, then we can define and we can give user tolerance group and we can give the last limit. So what I'm saying is, if you leave tolerance group blank, then automatically you will have access to all the 3 company codes. Understood? If you
I got your point, Naveen, but my question is like, say for example, for one company code, you have given tolerance group as executive.
Correct.
And for the other company code, you wanted to give it for CEO, and also like the other one, you all again wanted to give it to executive. Will that be possible?
Yes, it is possible, because executive is having one particular limit and CEO is having one particular limit. right?
I mean to say we can't give multiple for one company code,
No, we
but
can.
the same we can give it to different company codes.
I didn't get you. Last point. What you said?
So like say for example, for the same company code, we can't give tolerance group to two people, as you said, because we have only one in the in the training one.
Training one we can't give.
But
Because like
my question,
yeah.
so my question is like for the so for example, for company code UT01, you have given it to executive.
Mhm.
For UT02 also, you wanted to give it to executive. Will that be possible? Like for the same
Yes, yes,
person
that
you
is
wanted?
possible. That is possible.
Okay.
But if invoice limit is more than that, what is the executive limit? 5 lakhs. But if I want to post one entry with more than 5 lakhs, then it is not possible because we have given a limit of 5 lakhs.
Correct.
That's the reason.
Okay.
But in real time, we can do that because we can have a multiple users, multiple limits, we can define them.
So if we left it as blank, like any of the amounts we can
Anything
do.
we can post, 1
Oh.
to unlimited.
Okay.
Anyone have a questions on this? Is this clear? So in training environment, don't say that in interview, what is the tolerance group you will give? Definitely they'll, if you feel, for example, you kept it as a 1 year experience and they'll ask you what is the tolerance group you have given. In the sense, don't say that we left it blank. So as per the designations, we have given the tolerance groups. Understood? Only in the training environment. Why? In training environment, we don't have a multiple users. We will have only one user access. That's the reason we are leaving it blank. But in real time, what happens? Number of in a company, number of people will work with the different designations, and each designation will have a different limit. Hope you got my point. So specifically to pull your leg in interview, they will ask you these kind of questions. So they know that if the people who kept a fake experience, definitely where they can caught in the sense here. So what is the tolerance at the time of employee tolerance? What is the tolerance group we can define? So if you say that, okay, we can define, but we left it blank. No company will in real time, no company will leave this particular tolerance group as a blank. Why? Because every employee, entry-level employee will post the invoice. Senior people will post the invoice. Super senior people will post the invoice. So they will have their limits. Clear? So that is the reason. Don't ever say that tolerance group need to be left it blank. No, in interview. But here in practice environment, we will leave it blank because we need to do, we have only one access. So that's the reason any amount we want to post from 1 rupee to lakhs of rupees for a practice environment. But in real time, each and every executive will not have a maximum amount limit. They will have some certain limit, ceiling will be there. Hope you got my point.
Yes,
Right?
Navin.
So, but again, I'm telling you, remember, tolerance group, never ever say that it's left blank. Okay. So here, tolerance group, we will have one option, and after that, we will have a description. It's a 2 boxes will be there. In one box, tolerance group, just leave it blank. And in other description, so we will write it as an description as an ultra tolerance group just write it down if possible so that tomorrow I can directly show this for UT01 company code UT01. 2 boxes will be there. One is the tolerance group, we are going to leave it blank, and beside there is one more box, and over there we need to give the description. So what is this tolerance group related to which company code, which company? Ultra tolerance group for UT01. Okay, and here there would be another description, tolerance for groups, GL accounts, GL accounts in local currency. Local currency is nothing but your company code currency. Local currency. So here you will have two options. Debit posting, you remember last debit posting I have given here. What is debit posting? Tolerance debit. I'll give it as a maximum limit here, I said. So this one we are going to use it. So debit posting. What is the debit posting we are giving? 10 rupees. What is the maximum limit we are giving? 10 rupees, or if you take in percentage, what is the percentage? What is the debit percentage?
1%.
1%. Whichever is less. Same. Credit posting. Same. 10. And percentage. What was the percentage here? 1%. Means it will accept till here the difference amount, debit 10 rupees or 1% on invoice value, whichever is less. So difference will be accepted till that particular amount. Fine. Any questions? Any questions on this?
If we have more than this, it is for like going to approval, the same thing follows?
It will go to the next user,
Okay.
supervisor for approval.
Achha, okay, so as we are giving tolerance group as blank, so it will take only this percentage.
Correct.
Once this is not there, then it will move to the upper one.
Approval.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So we need to click on next, Control S, save. I'm just saying already, I'm just what is there in the practical in the sense this particular screen will appear. So first it will ask for company code, tolerance group and description. Tolerance groups for GL accounts in local currency. So debit posting, what is the tolerance limit? 10 rupees 10 INR or 1%, whichever is less for debit line. Same credit posting is also same. And after that we need to save this, save it. And it will ask for your transport request. Any questions still here?
No, Naveen.
And after that, once we are done with this, so this is done with employee tolerance, right? Sorry, it's a GL tolerances. Next one, go to the employee tolerance. Okay. Write down the path. Write down the path, employee tolerance. Definition of tolerance groups for employees. Okay. Definition of tolerance groups for employees. Path, write down the path. Path, same as above. Till clearing differences. Till clearing differences. Define tolerance groups for employees. Transaction code OBA4. Transaction code OBA4. Okay. And here you just write it down. Click on new entries again. So click on new entries. new entries. Click on new entries. So here also, so employee tolerance, how it will be there in the sense screen. So first it will ask for employee group. So as I said, that group will be all, we need to leave it blank. We need to leave it blank. Next one, company code. Company code. So what is our company code? UT01. And next one, currency. So by default, it will take your local currency. Company code by default, it will take whatever you define in company code level, whatever currency you are going to define, then give it as an INR. Okay. So here the most important thing is the limits, upper limit. So heading would be like this, if I'm not wrong, upper limit posting procedures. So we are defining the procedure. So here it will ask amount per document. Amount per document. Amount per document. So here, if you define amount per document, if you define 5 lakhs, then you can, the user can post up to only 5 lakhs. If you define 50 lakhs, okay, then you can post the entry up to 50 lakhs only. If you define as in 500 lakhs, then you can define, you can post the entry up to 500 lakhs only. If it is coming more than that, then the user cannot be post the entry. So here it will be get restricted. In this particular, employees postings will be restricted at this particular level. Okay, amount per document. Here group in the sense nothing but your executive, your supervisor. If you are into executive, then here the group will be created as an executive. If it is a supervisor, supervisor, CEO, CEO, and the amount per document we need to define here. So here, as I said, that we are going to use this particular step. So amount per document. So we are going to define it as a 99999. So unlimited like that. Clear, everyone? Okay. Understood, everyone? Okay.
Yes, Naveen.
Yes, Naveen.
Next one, maximum payment limit. Maximum payment limit. We call it as an amount per open item. Per means how much payments we can do as an user. Open item account. Okay. So here also, for example, if I define 100 rupees, then the user can pay up to 100 rupees only. If he want to pay more than that, then he need to have the next level approval. If I define 1 lakh, then he can do the payment up to 1 lakh only. If you want to do more than 1 lakh, then he need to next level approvals. Clear? So here I am going to define it as a 9999. That's it. So this particular user, SAP user, can define up to pay up to this limit. That's the reason we are defining maximum limit. Any questions here? And what is the cash discount? Cash discount we are giving here. Maximum cash discount. What is the maximum cash discount we are giving?
10%.
10%. So this is maximum, I'm telling you. So after this, we will have one more, this one. So we can define here cash discount per line item. Okay, so here we need to define 10 rupees 10% or 1 rupee. 10%. Okay. Okay, cash discount and permit. There is one more tab will be there. Okay. We will have permitted payment differences. Payment difference. So the same thing. Payment difference. What is the maximum payment difference? 10 rupees or 1%. What is that 10 rupees? So here it will be mentioned it as a revenue. Okay. So amount. Not like this. Amount and percentage. Percentage. So here two tabs will be there. So what is the amount? What is the payment difference maximum we can give? What is the maximum payment difference with the amount?
10 or 1%.
10 rupees or 1%. So amount is 10 rupees, whichever is less. 10 rupees or 1%. Revenue. Same expense also applicable. Nothing but debit line item or credit line item. Okay. ₹10 or 1%. Payment difference. Yeah. Any questions? Just write it down as it is. So the same thing you will see tomorrow practicals. If you want to write, you can write it down. So here there is one more column will be there. First you write it down. I'll explain this cash discount adjuster. There is one more option will be there after percentage. Cash discount adjusted to. Just write it down completely. Once you're done, let me know, please.
Done now.
Hope everyone are completed. So for example, what is this cash discount adjusted to? So for example, we are not going to utilize in real time, but still I would like to show you how it's going to be impact. So for example, here I'm giving it as in 5 rupees. Already we are saying 10 rupees and 10% and cash discount adjusted. Force cash discount we are giving. So 5 rupees. So how it's going to be impact? So here I'll show you. Cash discount adjusted to, for example, 5 rupees. So for example, the entry is advertisement account debited 900. Okay, 900. XYZ trading account, trading company. This is an invoice. Okay, so here, as per this invoice, how much tolerance can be acceptable? How much we defined? What is acceptance?
1% or 10 rupees. So lower it is
9,
9.
10.
Okay, 10 rupees or 1%, correct? Am I right? Am I right or not?
Yes, yes.
So here 10 rupees is nothing but 10 rupees. 1% in the sense how much it is on 900,
9, 9.
which is
9.
the whichever is less,
9.
correct? Whichever is less. So how much amount it is bearable?
9.
9 rupees
9.
is bearable, correct? So here it's got stuck again. Sorry. So whichever, I'll write 1000. Whichever is less. Okay. Whichever is how much payment difference it will accept? Up to 9 rupees. Correct? So it will accept 9 rupees. Payment difference up to 9 rupees. Correct? When we are doing payment with the difference, the entry will be generated like this. Write it down. Debit the receiver, XYZ trading company account debited 900. Okay. To bank outgoing or cash account. So what is the payment difference it will accept till? 891. So what is the cash discount we have defined? What is the cash discount we are giving?
9.
5,
Cash
5, 5.
discount, I said.
As a
5.
cash discount 5.
5 rupees. So it will go to cash discount we are getting. So what is the difference amount now? What is the difference amount?
4.
4.
4 rupees. So that difference amount will go to payment difference.
Payment difference.
Payment difference account. If we define cash discount, then the entry would be okay. So here when we define a cash discount, then first it will take cash discount, and after that, after deducting that, whatever amount is difference is there, that will go to the payment difference account. If we won't define the cash discount, then the 9 rupees, whatever 9 rupees is there, the difference that will go and hit to the payment difference account. This is also called intermediate account. The payment difference account is nothing but intermediate account. Clear? Intermediate GL account. Is this clear, everyone?
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
No? Okay. So normally in companies, we don't know what is the cash discount we are going to give. So that's the reason we won't define this. But meanwhile, you can write this entry. So this is very important entry. Just write it down. So normally we will leave it blank, this cash discount. Sorry. Cash discount, we will leave it blank. Write down a note under that. Write down a note. Note. Copy the above configuration. Copy the above configuration to other company codes. To other company codes. Okay. Okay. What are the other company codes we have?
UT02 and UU0.
What is a UT02 local company currency? Local currency?
INR.
INR. And how about UU01?
USD.
So whenever we copy, and we will copy to other company codes. So UT02, it will take it local company currency as an INR, but automatically for UU01, it will take it as an USD, the currency, local currency. So here I showed you, right? The local currency by default, it will take. See here, currency. Right? When you take U202, automatically it will take it as an INR. But when you take UU01, automatically it will take it as an USD. The user is not required, the consultant is not required to define the currencies here. As per the company code currency, it will take. Clear this? Any question? Once you see the practical part, definitely you will understand. But the literature, any questions in the literature part? Yes, no.
No, no.
Tolerance, GL account, sorry, GL tolerance and employee tolerance. Okay. So next one. Next one, next configuration step. Assign users to tolerance groups. And this is, we are not going to do, just I'll show you this. Assign users to tolerance groups. Because we don't have a users, we have only one user. So that's the reason we are not going to define this. Write down. We have completed GL tolerance and employee tolerances. Assign users to tolerance groups. Path. Same as above. Path same as above till clearing differences. Assign users to tolerance groups. Transaction code OB57, OB57, OB57. So write down. Same here I have already mentioned. Write down. Note. No action required. No action required. If blank tolerance group, because we have left the tolerance group as blank. If blank tolerance group is assigned to SAP user. And in real time, we need to click on new entries. We need to click on new entries. Then it will ask for two options. Username means your SAP user ID you need to give, and tolerance group. If you are coming under executive, we will select executive. If you are coming under supervisor, it will come under supervisor. If you are you are a manager, then we will select manager. If you are a CEO, we will select a CEO. And your SAP user, every employee will have their own SAP user IDs. Clear? The same thing we will create here. We are going to define. Executive will have one tolerance limit. Supervisors will have one tolerance limit, right? And next one, managers will have some few tolerance limit. Same time, CEO will have some tolerance. So here we are going to define that. And here we are going to leave it blank because we don't have any group. So with this, tolerance groups are completed. Any questions on this? So just write it down. No action is required if blank tolerance group is assigned to SAP user. Okay, if not in real time, we need to give username. So whatever user ID you have, SAP user ID, and your tolerance group, where this particular user ID will fit SAP user ID. Is he an executive? Is he a manager? Is he a supervisor, or what, CEO or what? And click on save button. Any questions? Yes, no?
No, Navin.
Yeah, for everyone, how about others?
No, Navin.
No, Navin.
So can we see tomorrow the practical part? Then next we'll go to the posting case, because once we see the practical part, then we can, it's clear for us.
Sure, Navin.
Yeah. So tomorrow at 10 o'clock. Once we will check also once again.
9. You said 9, right?
9, I'm sorry, 9 o'clock. I'm very sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Just will check once again. Checking the Bangalore server also, but still even this is also not working. Partners is broken. Is that okay tomorrow at 9 o'clock?
Okay, Navin.
Okay,
Okay,
I'll share this recording. Just go through once the literature part. So tomorrow we can straight away practice. So it won't take much time tomorrow. So tomorrow we are going to cover this posting keys, because even posting keys also by default, we are not going to do any configuration setup for posting keys. Default SAP provided the posting keys, and we are going to see the configuration changes and the company code, global parameter, and bit of controlling area introduction. Is that fine?
Sure, Navin.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.